Hey there, fellow travelers. I'm Jim. Welcome to Vacay with J&A. Today, I'm going to show you how we saved over $12,000 on one of our trips to Hawaii. First, I'm going to start by breaking down where all our savings took place, and then I'm going to show you exactly how we saved it. Let's get started. So the night before we went on our trip, we decided to stay at the Hyatt Regency DFW. It's a hotel that's located right in the airport, and we had an early morning flight, so we thought it would just be easier to stay there and take a quick shuttle over to the terminal versus having somebody drive us. So we saved $289.96 staying there. We flew from DFW to Maui, OGG, and on that flight we saved $1,181.80. Now, we stayed at two different places for our 2 nights in Maui. There were 2 different resorts we wanted to check out, so we checked them both out. The first one was the Grand Wailea, and when we stayed at the Grand Wailea, we saved $1,364.30. The next night, we decided to stay at the Wailea Beach Resort, which is actually right next door, and we saved $1,296.20 when we stayed at the Wailea Beach Resort. After that, we decided to fly over to Kauai, and we stayed at the Sheraton Poipu Resort on Kauai. And we saved $4,483.73 staying at that resort for 5 nights. Well, after that, we flew back over to Maui to spend a day checking out the west end of the island because we had stayed on the other end for the other 2 nights, and we wanted to go see Kapalua and a few other things over there. So we flew home from Maui, from OGG to DFW, and we did it in business class. It was a special trip for us. Amy's first trip in business class. She really enjoyed it. But we saved $3,559.32 on those flights. That gives us a grand total savings of $12,175.39. That's quite a bit of savings. This was a magnificent trip. We made a separate video about it, and we're going to post it soon. The link will be in the description once we have it available. But it was a fantastic trip, and we saved a ton of money. Now, let's get into the more specifics exactly of how we saved the money. So here's how we made it work. For our stay at the DFW Hyatt Regency, we used a free night certificate from our World of Hyatt credit card. Now, the room would have cost $384.96, but since we used our free night certificate, it cost nothing. But it did cost us $95 on an annual fee for that card, so we're counting the savings as $289.96. For our flight from Dallas to Maui, we used 41,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points that we transferred over to British Airways so we could book our flight using 41,000 British Airways Avios and $11.20 per person. Actually, $11.20 total, not per person. So the flight would have cost $1,193, but we take out the $11.20, so we saved $1,181.80. Now, for our stay at the Grand Wailea, we used 95,000 Hilton Honors points that we got from our sign-up bonus with the Hilton Aspire card. Now, as a side note, we did do a video on that property, and you can see it right here if you click this button. Great place to stay. We loved it. They don't charge resort fees when you stay there, so we saved the total $1,364.30. Now, when we stayed at the Wailea Beach Resort, it is a Marriott property, so we used 60,000 Marriott Bonvoy points to stay there. Now, you've heard me say it before, but Marriott does not waive resort fees when you stay on points. So we had to pay $52.83 when we stayed here. The cost of the stay would have been $1,349.11, but then you have to take out our resort fees of $52.83, leaving a total savings of $1,296.20. Now, for our flights to Kauai and then back to Maui, they were really inexpensive, so we just paid cash for those. For each round trip ticket, it was around $76, so about $152 for the 2 of us. So we didn't use points for that. You don't have to use points for everything. But when we got to Kauai, we stayed at the Sheraton Poipu Resort for 5 nights. Now this is a Marriott property as well, so they weren't going to waive those resort fees for us. So that cost us $176.95. We used 210,000 Marriott Bonvoy points for this stay. Now an interesting point about the Marriott program, if you stay 4 nights, you get the 5th free. So really that cost was the cost for 4 nights and we got the 5th night for free. The total for the stay would have been $4,660.68, but then we have to subtract out the resort fees we paid, bringing our total savings there to $4,483.73. Now for our flight home, our business class flights, what we did is we transferred 124,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points to British Airways, and we booked our flights using British Airways Avios. 124,000 British Airways Avios and $11.20. So the cost of these business class flights would have been $3,570.52. You take out our $11.20 that we had to pay, and we saved $3,559.32. Now the Chase points for these 2 flights, we earned through the sign-up bonus that we got with the Chase Ink Cash card and the Chase Ink Unlimited card. I'm going to give you a breakdown of all the cards we got for this trip, how many points we needed, and how we got them right now. Let's take a quick look at the points we needed to make this trip happen and the sign-up bonuses we used to make it happen. So if you look at this chart right here, you can see we needed 95,000 Hilton Honors points, 270,000 Marriott Bonvoy points, 165,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points, and 1 free night certificate for the World of Hyatt. You can see we used 2 different Chase cards, the Chase Ink Cash and the Chase Ink Unlimited, for a 90,000 point sign-up bonus and a 75,000 point sign-up bonus. That together got us the 165,000 points we needed. You'll see the American Express Bonvoy Business Card gave us a sign-up bonus of 125,000 points, and the American Express Bonvoy Brilliant Card got us a sign-up bonus of 150,000 points. Those 275,000 points together got us the 270 we needed to stay in the Bonvoy program. The Hilton Aspire card got a sign-up 150,000 point sign-up bonus, which covered the 95,000 points we needed for the Grand Wailea. And the free night certificate we got from our World of Hyatt credit card after our anniversary year. We already had it, so that's where we used the free night certificate. I should mention that these were the sign-up bonuses when we got all these cards. Sign-up bonuses change all the time, so there may be different offers now. They may be higher, they may be lower, they may be different. I know some of the Marriott cards now are giving free night certificates instead of actual points. So your mileage may vary. Let's talk about annual fees real quick. Most of the credit cards we use for this trip have annual fees attached to them. And in other videos, I've used that as a cost for your trip, but I didn't do it on this one, and here's why. It's actually 2 different reasons. The first reason is that some of the benefits that these cards have pretty much cancel out the annual fee. For example, the Hilton Aspire card comes with a free night certificate that we were able to use at the Hotel del Coronado, which was way more than the annual fee of the credit card. So we consider that a wash. And the second reason is the benefits that came with these cards were more than the annual fees. For example, we got room upgrades everywhere we went. At the Grand Wailea, we got a beautiful ocean view. At the Wailea Beach Resort, we got upgraded to a 1-bedroom suite. And when we stayed at the Sheraton Poipu, they upgraded us to a magnificent ocean view. And on top of that, we got dining credits everywhere we went. So we never had to pay for breakfast the whole time we were there. Breakfast is expensive, especially in Hawaii. So these are the reasons I didn't include the annual fees in my calculations of how much we saved for this trip. But full disclosure, if you add up the annual fees needed for all these cards, it is $1,025. So that's basically a summary of how we saved $12,000 on our trip to Hawaii. You may have some questions about some of the stuff I've shared today. If you do, go ahead, drop a question down in the comments. I'll respond to you, or you can reach out to me directly, whatever's more comfortable for you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you think somebody else might like it, feel free to share it with them. Really do appreciate you coming by and watching the video. Thank you so much. Happy travels.